I was talking with a new student recently. He said to me that after his open water class with a dive store in the area, he didn't feel comfortable planning and conducting dives without an instructor or dive master with him. He went back to the store and talked to the person behind the counter and was told he should take the advanced open water class. He took the course and still didn't feel any better about planning and conducting dives without a dive pro on hand. I hear this story many times, and it got me thinking about how people really need to find the best instructor for them instead of just signing up for classes and hoping to get a good instructor. Finding a right instructor for you is one of the most critical tasks you will do when you are striving to learn to scuba dive. The right instructor will set the standard for the prospective student to strive to meet. This video blog will discuss a few of the most important characteristics that prospective students should consider when selecting the right instructor. But first, let's address a couple of the misconceptions when looking for an instructor. Misconception 1. Students learn best when they get along well with their instructors. Let's take a look at the U.S. Navy SEALs. Do you think every SEAL was best friends with their instructors? I'm quite certain that they hated their instructors. But the SEALs are arguably the most elite fighting force in the world because they mastered the material taught to them during their training. The truth is that you do not need to be best friends with your instructor to maximize your learning. The opposite is most likely true in that if you are best friends with your instructor, you may not learn as much as possible due to your friend taking it easy on you. Instructors like UTD's Andrew Georgistis and GUE's Dan McKay and Bob Sherwood are very tough instructors, but their students are rock-solid divers. Now, this doesn't mean that you should find the toughest instructor out there, but you need to keep in mind that the goal of your class should be to maximize your learning of the subject matter and then having fun with the class. Misconception 2. Dive stores will assign you the right instructor. If you have not pre-interviewed your scuba instructor, then you have taken a huge risk for your learning. The instructor is responsible for your safety and learning of the subject material. You need to take the initiative and talk to the instructor before you walk into day one of your class. You may find that the instructor may not be right for you due to teaching and learning behaviors of you and the instructor. There are 3 types of learners: visual, auditory, and hands-on. Many instructors will teach using the style of learning that worked best for them. For example, if you are an auditory learner, you learn best by hearing how things are done, and your instructor is a hands-on teacher. You may not learn the material completely because the instructor is having you perform the tasks when you learn the best by hearing how the tasks are done before actually doing them. Some instructors may think that they are flexible enough to be able to teach all the different learning styles. This is mostly false. The majority of college professors have difficulty trying to teach to the different learning styles. So don't be fooled into thinking that the instructor the dive store assigns to your class will be the best one to maximize your learning. So how do you select the best instructor for you? Let's discuss some of the areas to consider and discuss with your potential diving instructors. 1. Experience. You should talk to the potential instructors about their diving experience. Not only about their teaching experience, but about the types of diving they enjoy doing when they are not teaching. You should also ask, how often does the dive instructor dive for fun? An instructor who really loves and is passionate about diving will conduct more fun dives than teaching dives per year. Your goal of this discussion should be to get a feel that the instructor you will select will share the same type of experience goals as what you are looking for. Number 2, is the instructor willing to dive with you before the class? If you are already a certified diver, ask the potential instructor to go on a dive with you. This would give you the opportunity to see how the instructor pays attention to detail with planning the dive and also how the instructor performs in the water. Remember, a great instructor will be a great diver. If the potential instructor really wants to earn your business, then they will agree to a fun dive with you at no charge. If you are not a certified diver, you can take a Discover Scuba Diving course from potential instructors. The charge for these types of courses is minimal, probably around $20, but your safety and your learning are worth more than this minimal cost. Number 3, how does the instructor define mastery? As I've mentioned previously, the goal of any scuba diving class should be maximizing your learning. You need to master all the material presented to you during the class. If you do not know what mastery of the material is, then you need to discuss this with your potential instructors. The instructor should discuss this with you, what your performance must be in order to pass the class. If at any time you do not get a good feel about what you will be learning, then you need to keep looking for another instructor. Certainly, there is quite a bit more information you should get from potential instructors. This video blog was to discuss some of the most important topics that you should consider and discuss with potential instructors. I hope this little bit of information will help you select the best instructor for you. Remember, it is your hard-earned money that is going to pay for that scuba diving class. Get the most for your money by doing your homework on the class as well as potential instructors. Once you've selected the right instructor for you, focus on mastering the material of the course, staying safe, and having fun. As always, safe diving.